Hello and welcome to the trade setup. In this video we are looking at HIMS and HERS health. It is time for another update, and today we will be discussing about the extension that has occurred to the downside since the previous video, as well as the likely scenarios that we should consider to unfold within this area and where we can look for a bottom. Now before we get there, I would like to go quickly through the larger time frame for any of you who might be new. And here we are tracking a larger leading diagonal forming to the upside, where we have formed a wave 1 up, a wave 2 down, and now we are tracking the larger wave 3, within which we are of course tracking an ABC pattern. And within this ABC pattern to the upside, we have so far completed the wave A, and within the wave C we have the wave 1, 2 and 3 complete. Most likely the wave 4 as well. If we actually haven't completed this, well, we are likely going to invalidate this interpretation anyway. And then within the fifth wave we have already completed a wave A up, and we are looking for the wave B retracement. And not only have we simply completed this wave A, it has even managed to form a 5-wave pattern to the upside within a leading diagonal. Now, in this wave B correction, we are tracking a zigzag pattern at the moment, where we have a 5-wave move to the downside in a wave A, and we have our wave B correction in something like an ABC, and now we are looking for the wave C to the downside, which is also expected to form a 5-wave structure. And overall, we are looking to find support and start the reversal to the upside in a wave C of the larger wave 5 to the upside, from the levels between the $46.7 all the way down to the $30.2 level. Now, in this area, so far we have gotten to the 61.8% retracement, and we already have a more significant reaction. Now, within this structure, we have been tracking internally an impulse forming within this area, where internally we have here a very tiny 1, 2, a third wave down all the way up down here, then a fourth wave up, and in this fifth wave down we are looking at most likely at an ending diagonal. Now, in the previous video we had formed already enough waves to even consider actually a 3 waves complete within this structure. We were looking for the wave 4, and really we only needed another move down in an ABC pattern to find completion, and we have gotten that. But I believe we may actually be witnessing an extension, where, sure, I am still looking here at the 5th wave down within an ending diagonal. I am still looking at this as the wave 1 down and the wave 2 up, but in this movement down, I am actually tracking a larger wave 3 to be unfolding. And in that case, instead of having the wave 3 bottom here as previously, even though we did hold the resistance levels and we did push through, we followed the scenario, we, I believe, are ready to follow through within an extension. So yeah, we can remove these larger resistance areas, and internally within this wave 3, well, I am tracking something like an ABC structure to be unfolding, and within this wave C, we are looking to form a 5-wave pattern to the downside within, again, an ending diagonal. Now, with this said, I don't necessarily need to allow this to be an extension. I could consider this just the regular 5th wave and have a completion fairly soon, but at this point, with this extension and this structure, it is probably preferred that we actually still extend to lower prices within this larger wave 3. And in that case, yeah, we have here the A, B, C pattern, and within the wave C we have a 1, 2, 3 complete. We are looking here at a wave 4 and then a 5th wave still to take us lower. And in that case, well, I would be looking to find resistance here for a wave 4 correction at the levels between the $36.4 all the way up to, and let me just give me a moment to add here the resistance level, but all the way up to the $38.7 level. So far, we have pushed into this resistance area and we got rejected actually at each level we have gotten to so far. Yeah, here the 23.6% retracement, only a small rejection, but then the 38.2% retracement, multiple actually, and now latest the 50% retracement, once again rejected. So at this point I may actually already be looking to unfold within this wave 5 to the downside and form an ABC structure before I actually consider this larger wave 3 complete. Now, assuming we push lower, we would be looking again for a resistance here in a wave 4 to determine that, okay, this pattern may be actually complete. We would need to actually break that resistance. Now, I cannot give you the resistance for the future where we already have the fifth wave down, because I would actually need the low point, the actual bottom that we would form here within this wave 5, which we don't have currently. But if we were to track right now what resistance we really need to break, well, if this really is only a third wave down, we would be looking for a fourth wave into or all the way up to the $41.9 level at the 61.8% retracement. But assuming that this larger structure would be complete, I would probably need to allow even a bit higher, where the count may be a little different, for a clear signal that indeed we have bottomed, and I may need to track even a larger ABC structure here within a larger wave 3. Yeah, it would be a quite messy pattern, but I suppose we would probably need to see a break even above that $42.7 level for a more clear signal that, yeah, this is done. This entire structure is most likely over, and we are heading into at least a larger relief rally, if not into the larger wave C, to the upside in yellow, to new all-time highs. Now, I know it is a bit messy, and it is on a very small time frame, so don't mind that too much. The main aspects that we need to watch out for are the slightly larger resistance levels for a larger time frame perspective. But for now, we may even see additional lows within this structure to the downside, and who knows, we may even get to the 78.6% retracement before we actually find the bottom. In the end, this has been quite a sharp decline, quite a strong movement to the downside, and I may even need to consider other interpretations possible, where this would in the end be something like a WXY pattern. Yeah, it is a bit difficult to track that interpretation here, but I suppose we might need to find a way, and in that case we may even have here an ABC, in which case, yeah, even after this structure that we are tracking internally is done, we may need even another fourth and another fifth to actually fulfill. But for now, we are tracking these levels internally, and if we break above the 61.8% retracement here, well, that would still be the sign that we are most likely done. And for now, these are the levels. This is the trade setup. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe and let me know what else you want me to cover, and I'll do my best to do that in the days and weeks ahead. And until then, I hope you have a nice day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.